Now we will move to our next topic, disk cleaning utilities. So, disk cleaning utilities are essential tools for maintaining optimal computer performance and storage space. The importance of disk cleaning utilities lies in their ability to address the common performance issues caused by file accumulation. So over the time, as users install programs, browse internet, and use different applications, the system accumulates a significant amount of temporary and junk files. This include the browser cache cookies, which are stored to improve the web page loading. So this is really sometimes required, but um, can eventually take up large amount of space if we don't clean these files. So additionally, some system generated files like errors report, like update logs and residential files from uninstalled program can continue to occupy the storage even though they serve no current purposes. So it's so important for us to keep removing these unnecessarily files. So disk cleaning utilities, which are mainly available in most of the operating systems, they are helpful in freeing up these storage space, but also they reduce the workload on the system storage drives, particularly if you have the hard disk drive. So, by understanding the types of files that can accumulate on computers and taking the proactive steps to manage them is the key. So, users can regularly optimize their storage space, improve system performance, and reduce the risk of data loss. So, let's discuss some of these files which we have to regularly clean up from our computer systems. So temporary files. So these files are normally generated by operating systems and applications programs during various processes such as installation, software updates, or while running the program. So once these processes are completed, temporary files are generally of no use, but it accumulate over the time, so taking up the storage space unnecessarily. In the same way, cache files. So cache files are the data stored by applications like web browsers and the operating system to expedite the future access by preloading the commonly used information. Although cache files improves the performance by speeding up the processes, they can gradually consume significant amount of storage if not regularly cleared. For example, web browser stored cache data such as images, some script, some web content to just improve the page load speed. However, these cache can accumulate over the time and consume storage space. So in the same way, system log files. So these logs are mainly generated by the operating systems or some applications to record the events, errors, or some usage patterns which are useful for troubleshooting and system analysis. However, over the time, these logs files can grow large, and normally they are also outdated. So they occupy unnecessarily disk space. So we have to know that what are the different types of files that are basically required for us to keep clearing from our system on regular basis. So system bin and trash. So files when you delete, or some folders when you delete, normally they move to the recycle bin or in the temporary storage location. So these are basically required to be permanently removed from our computer systems. So regularly emptying these locations like recycle bin and trash keep up significant storage space. In the same way, when you are using different programs, and some of the programs which are outdated and you are not using it, so those programs also consume a lot of spaces in your computer machines. So old systems like previous versions of some software updates, some drivers, etc. And while you installed some softwares, they also consumes a lot of spaces in your disk. So these outdated files, which are no longer necessarily and useful in your machine, can consume a lot of storage space and should be removed periodically to optimize the system performance. Now, what are the steps to perform the disk cleaning? Normally, it's a very simple step. So, you have to go to the computer settings and type simply the disk clean command. So, in your search bar, when you type the disk clean command, basically it will provide you a very simple interface through which you can easily clean all those unnecessarily files that we have discussed in our discussion. So we have to ensure that regularly we are removing and our computer systems from all these unnecessarily files. In the same way, sometimes we intentionally or unintentionally installed certain programs that also consume a lot of space in your computer systems. So toolbars are one such types of programs. So normally toolbars are installed unintentionally during some software downloads, and they can declutter web browsers, adversely affecting the performance and compromising the user privacy. So understanding how to remove them is essential for maintaining the smooth browsing experience and protecting personal data as well as our memory spaces. So normally the steps are very simple. You have to go to the installed and uninstalled programs where you can see the browser and the toolbars that are being normally installed in your machine, and simply uninstall them from your machine. As you can see in the screen, the steps are mentioned that how you can remove certain toolbars from your Google Chrome browser. As we have discussed that some of the softwares that we are not using and they are of no use, that also needs to be uninstalled on regular basis. This will maintain system performance and also free up the disk space. And this type of activity ensures experience to the user, because your system has a better performance after you remove those unnecessarily programs that you have in your machine which you are not using. So these unused program takes a lot of spaces that could be used for more important files or maybe some important applications that you are using or you are planning to use. So it's so important for us to regularly uninstall unnecessarily softwares. That and this type of activities also helps us to reclaim the spaces in our disk. So this concludes our session. Looking forward to our next session.